Like all those who work in the bicycle industry, Stephen Fitzgerald has a passion for his product. He builds and sells custom bikes, while like all business folks, navigating hurdles along the way. The big obstacle this year, tariffs.
The big announcement, I'm not even sure what the date of that was just a shock to, of course, us, but everyone.
On April 2nd, U.S. President Donald Trump announced tariffs of at least 10% on most countries and much higher duties on places like China, a major supplier of bicycle parts and accessories.
It's hard to plan around something that big or even know exactly how to react.
The new baseline tariff on imports from China has since been lowered to 30%. That's on top of previous tariffs. It's still a problem for Stephen Kazmarek, who, like Fitzgerald, depends on Chinese carbon frames to build many of his bikes.
I can't pass the 30% along right now. Nobody's buying bikes that would be 30% more expensive than they are today.
During the pandemic, people bought bicycles left and right. The bike industry was thriving. But those days are over. Now consumers are much more cautious. As are bike dealers. Anticipating higher costs, Fitzgerald shipped in product well before the tariff announcement. With a slowdown in sales likely coming, he's tightened his budget and is looking for markets outside of the U.S. to sell his bikes. Other businesses may not be so lucky.
There'll be a lot of pain. You'll see any company that's on the edge that was just barely making it will be pushed into, they won't be viable.
These are uncertain times at his workplace.
The instability that has been injected into my industry is not very comfortable for me.
Less drama would be what I would be looking for.
Yeah, sorry.
Kazmarek, whose sales are 1/3 what they were a year ago, plans to shut his doors this summer. He's crossing his fingers the tariffs eventually subside.
We're not going out of business. We are radically downsizing and selling off the remaining inventory with the hopes that we can get back in the game at some point in the future.
A bike industry group has written President Trump asking for tariff relief, arguing that moving supply chains out of countries like China would be very difficult.
Bringing jobs back to the U.S., I think, is a fantastic goal, but it has to be done very systematically, and you have to give businesses time.
He's managed to find new jobs for all of his employees, except Dakota Mossberg.
It's going to be interesting times ahead. I don't know what industry or where I'll belong, and it sucks to restart, and having to find and design a new lifestyle. So we'll see what happens.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Morrison, Colorado.